Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we are back. Plenty to talk about this week, so let's get right into it. Look, I finished Dark Matter on Apple TV. Great. Really great from beginning to end. There was one issue with that show that I was wondering if they were going to deal with as far as it being a multiverse show, and they did, in fact. I was like, feels like there's kind of a thing you're missing here, but they do deal with it. It's really good. There's talk that it's just going to be done as a limited series, which I think is probably a good idea. I don't think it needs any more episodes, as this story has a definitive ending. But considering its popularity, I think that there is also talk that they may just do other stories in the multiverse. But, I mean, I would be fine to watch that because I find the whole world interesting. But this season 1 or whatever storyline is really, really good. So I don't know that you can pull that off again. But everybody's very good in it. So it's only 9 episodes.
I watched the first 2 episodes today.
Okay.
And then I ordered the book because I really enjoyed them.
I started reading. Well, I'm listening to the audiobook, but yeah, I started listening to it the other day.
Yeah, so I ordered the book, and then I ordered 2 more of that guy's books that sounded interesting because I'm always interested in some science fiction that doesn't involve the military or lightsabers.
Right.
And yeah, so I ordered 3 of that guy's like highest rated books, because he like adapted his story for television.
Right. Yeah, he's very much involved in this.
Yeah. This is it's very interesting. We won't get into like spoilers or anything like that. I'll try to have it finished by next week if you still want to talk about it and talk about like spoilers and stuff like that. I feel like that should be enough time. There were some people that got mad when I tried to warn them because I'm a good person. I tried to warn them about sugar and,
they were like, I can't
did you just spoil it? Like, yeah, well, I did you a favor.
Yeah. No, you did. No, but this is it's a really good mix of a multiverse story, like a really interesting multiverse story, and sort of a romance story, right? Like this, it's kind of if anyone's ever seen, and people you should have at this point, the Robin Williams movie, What Dreams May Come, where he goes to hell to try to save his wife. It's basically like, how far would you go for this person that you care deeply about, right? In this case, his wife and his son. But it's good. It's good. And starting the book, I'm like through the first like 2 chapters of the book, the show is dead on. Like it's a dead on adaptation. And that helps that he was involved, so heavily involved. So highly recommend. So I'm done with the series. My wife has like 3 more episodes. After that, we're going to get into Presumed Innocent because I really want to watch that too. And I think that's not even done fully being rolled out.
No, episode 5 just came out as of this recording, and again, that's another book, that a very famous book that has been adapted once already. But I haven't read it because legal shit. Who gives a fuck? My wife. That's who gives a fuck. So I might buy that book for her birthday instead of Maxwell tickets. I think she'll really like that.
Mm-hmm. She'll be like, "Why? Knock it off! I don't want this."
My wallet.
All right. Well, that's right. Yeah. Concert tickets or a book. Yeah. Look, I got you 2 copies of the book. I splurged just fine. All right. Let's talk about The Bear. I don't think, Micah, you're not finished it, right?
No, I'm only like 3 episodes in.
Same with me.
Was the last one? I was like, yeah, I'm 3 episodes in.
Okay, and Terrence,
I finished it.
Terrence, what are your overall thoughts?
It's just as good as the first two seasons. They haven't missed a beat. It's very good. They always have that one anxiety episode. I don't believe there's one in particular. Actually, maybe episode 8 might be the anxiety one.
Okay. I'm looking.
It's about it's about childbirth. So yeah. So that one it might hit some people differently. It will definitely hit some people differently. But it's a very good episode. It's one of my favorite. And episode 6 is about what happens when you have to start over, which is another fucking amazing episode. Directed by Ayo Edebiri, by the way, which is a great episode. But the entire season is just that's one of the best shows on fucking streaming, on TV, whatever you want to call it. It's really still one of the best. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Everybody's great. There's a cameo in episode like 5 that was.
I already heard about it. I already heard about it.
Oh,
God damn it! I'm like,
that sucks, man.
People pushed it in the headline. They put it in the headline, and then they put the picture of the cameo. They put the picture of the cameo in the fucking like thumbnail. Like,
that's fucking cool. Like, what the fuck? This shit came out. Give it a week at least. Fuck, yo. Like, I'm glad I don't like look at a lot of shit like that. I rarely get spoiled by shit unless I don't give a fuck. If I don't care, then But if I care about something, I really try to keep away from getting spoiled about things. But yeah, it's a funny cameo. Did you know it was have you seen it already, Jay?
No, I have not. I have not.
Okay, yeah, just try to stay away from it. Yeah. I was like, really? Okay, makes sense considering.
I am interested to see where that how that cameo fits in because
it fits.
All right, I could see it.
Yeah, it fits. But no, it's such a good show. Like I was watching it. I finished it over the weekend. This is awesome. This is 30-minute episodes. I think the last 3 episodes are like 40 minutes apiece. But they still just breeze through.
I am infinitely impressed by this show. Like I think the writing is so goddamn good. The shooting is actually getting better too. Like if you notice, especially in that first episode, like the actual film work is pretty stellar. And I like that they kind of have this new opening where it's just kind of a love letter to the service industry, which I think is really kind of dope. Very specifically in Chicago, but just in general too. But yeah, everybody on that show is good. They have no weak links, which is a very rarity for shows to be able to keep that up at least in 3 seasons. Yeah. It's crazy. But everyone's
episode 10, Joel McHale, if you remember who the chef that taught him, Joel McHale, the character. Asshole. He's a piece of fucking shit. Man, I couldn't do it. If I worked at the Bear and Carmen was yelling at me, I might body slam that nigga on the table, for real, and quit. I'd be like, I'm not gonna first of all, you're 5'3", knock it off, nigga, get out my face. Second of all, I'm not gonna have you yelling at me, dog. Just get the fuck out of it, knock it off. I'm gonna hurt you. But he's kind of
a jack dude now.
Right, he's like Wolverine and shit. All right.
Some people think he should be Wolverine. I've seen
actually, he would be a good Wolverine.
Yeah, I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's a bad choice at all. Actually, I did enjoy in that first episode. This is not a spoiler or anything, but they're sort of showing Carmen as he's sort of going through all these different aspects of his career, and at the Joel McHale character as he walks by him, he's like, "Fuck you." Just randomly, he was such a dick to him for no reason.
I didn't even recognize him for a second. I forgot it was him.
It's actually a very good role for him because he's always
completely different role. Yeah, it's a completely different role. And he's just a piece of trash in this fucking show.
Yeah. It was oh, that's a good dish. That's my dish now, right? Bitch.
Yeah. Okay. And then he had him change everything for no fucking reason, yo. It's this is actually worse. And he was like, yeah, well, go fuck yourself. Who cares? But there's a level of I'd like to push that guy down the flight of stairs, but there is a reason that he's pushing him to, right? There's probably a bit of jealousy, but also he recognizes he has real talent, right? And so he's trying to push him to be better. But he's also a dick. You could just be nice. The other guy,
you don't have to be an asshole.
Right, the other guy's teaching him. He's like, yeah, no, this is how. And meanwhile, he's like, yo, fuck yourself. All right, thanks. I just work here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, one guy is like he's at the pan. It's like you hear the music, you hear the meat sizzling, you hear the music. It's great. And This nigga's like, that dish is fucking terrible, nigga. Oh, you too slow? Are you really speed up? Hurry up, finish, and just throw it in the trash. All right, dog. Like,
it's like,
don't you catch more flies with honey? What's wrong with you?
Did I fuck your sister or something? Like, relax. I'm sorry. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. But yeah, The Bear season 3 so far, like you said, the whole season's great. So far, so good for me. So I can't wait to finish it. All right. In a Violent Nature, that feels like something Terrence watched.
Yes, it is. It's a horror movie.
Shocking.
A slasher film. I'm not going to call it a horror movie. Came out earlier this year. Came out on Shudder about a week ago. Yeah. This is an interesting movie because it's through the perspective of the killer, right? We follow basically.
I've seen images of this.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
There's trailers for this for a while on YouTube, and I finally got to watch it. It basically follows the killer through probably 90% of the movie. The problem with that is that nigga don't be really doing nothing until he kills something. You know what I'm saying? So you just kind of imagine if you followed Jason around.
Yeah, like he don't talk, he don't do nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't say a word. It's just him stalking people.
Anybody fucking in here? Like, all right.
Yeah, it's experimental. I enjoyed it. I did. I liked it. It was fine. Like for what it was cool. It's an hour and 30 minutes. It didn't need to be any longer. It could have been shorter because again, you're just following this nigga. Just murdering people. Some of the kills were very inventive. There's one kill in particular. I'm just like, okay, I ain't never seen that shit before in a horror movie. That's crazy. But it's just weird. You never expect that, especially for like a stalking slasher. He doesn't he's not like Freddy Krueger. It's just some dude just walking slowly, and you kind of get perspective of what Jason actually like. It's not Jason, right? It's just Johnny, I think his name is, and it's just him just walking through the forest. That's it.
Just some guy with a 2-syllable name that starts with J. This is like, all right, yo, like that's as close to Jason as you're gonna get.
Yeah. What's his name? His name is Johnny. The sound design was going crazy in this movie because like they had to accentuate all of his footsteps. Like everything was incredibly loud. Like every time he took a step, it was like him stomping on the ground. Which I don't know why you didn't hear him stomping on the ground if you're one of these kids that he's going to kill. It didn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, I guess, but I understood it was for artistic effect because you had to put something there,
right? And it's for you as the audience to give you something.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for you two because y'all would probably be like, "This is stupid," and turn this shit off. Because again, it's literally following this nigga for about an hour and 20 minutes.
Look, I couldn't watch somebody eat a pie in real time in a movie. Okay, so I don't think I'm not watching a guy walk a 5K in real time.
Yeah, right. It was pretty weird. I was just like,
but it's inventive.
All right,
but that's an invention.
Yeah, it's clever. It's very clever. It's a lot of shots. It's just like third person view shots of him just walking through the forest. You hear people talking in the background, and the acting is like purposely done terribly. Like an 80s slasher movie. Oh, okay. You know? So like when people are talking, it's like this stilted. Yeah, it sounds crazy. But again, the kills, you could fast forward through to the kills he does, and they're pretty entertaining. Like again, there's that one. And there's one that's just incredibly mean. I'm a spoiler, so y'all can go 30 seconds ahead. There's one where he breaks this dude's spine, right? And he paralyzes him. Then he takes him to like this woodcutter. And since the guy's paralyzed, he made him a quadriplegic. He puts his hand in the woodcutter. It's a wood splitter, actually. He puts his arm in the wood splitter and he turns it on and it just cuts his arm off. Then he puts his head in the wood splitter and he just cuts his head off. And then he just leaves him there to die. I was like, that boy's already dead, but he just leaves him there in a pile of body parts. I was like, that was really mean, dude. And it was like a 3-minute scene. It was crazy. Right. The other one that was the most inventive was he punched a hole through this woman's stomach, right? Then he takes a hook and puts it in her head and just kind of pulls her head through her stomach. He pulls her he takes her head and puts it forward and just pulls her spine until it bends and pulls her head through her stomach until it's coming through the back of her through her back.
That's
I've never seen that before. That was fucking wild. Yeah,
Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat kills are like, "Hey, you're dead, but I'm still gonna mutilate your body." Like that's what that shit sounds like. Jesus.
Mortal Kombat deaths and this, they seem to have no real understanding or give a fuck about how the human body actually works. They're just like, nah.
I mean, it might be possible. I don't know how far a human spine bends when you're dead. But that was you watch these movies for the kills, and those 2 kills, I was like, okay, but you got to get through this nigga literally walking through the forest to get to it. Like literally just watching this nigga walk through the forest for like 15 minutes at a time.
That is
very weird
to me. Okay.
It's clever, but I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. If you're a horror fan, if you're a slasher fan, just check it out just for like the novelty of it.
Topics, Micah, take it away.
Zack Snyder threatens more Justice League, this time in theaters. It's been 2 years since Zack Snyder fans had their prayers answered with the release of his cut of Justice League. Now the comic book director has taken to social media to tease fans with the possibility of Justice League getting a theatrical release. On July 2nd, Snyder issued a temperature check of sorts with fans of his work and their affinity for his version of the Justice League film on his Vero account. I don't know what Vero is.
It's like a YouTube type of thing.
Okay. In the post, which was accompanied by a black and white still of Ben Affleck's Batman, Snyder cryptically wrote, "Want to see ZSJL on the big screen? Stay tuned for a date." Okay. All right. This guy's a problem. He absolute power corrupts absolutely. And I'm not saying this guy has absolute power, but he does have a taste of it. And he realizes that he has, people who will, do whatever he wants, right? And if you have a bunch of yes men around you and a bunch of lemmings that just praise you for taking a shit or whatever, then yeah, you're gonna do whatever you want. And this is not
absolutely getting on my nerves. How about that?
It's annoying at this point, right? Like it's really annoying at this point. You got to make your movie, and look, I'm actually really happy that he got to see his vision through, given all of the horrible circumstances that surrounded him not being able to do this. I'm glad to see that he got it through. If the horrible things didn't happen, I would not want this at all. But you made it. More people saw it than would ever go out to a theater to see it. Put it that way. This movie ain't making $1 bajillion like he implied that
Rebel Moon did. It's like, a billion people watched it on Netflix and it made $3 trillion, right? Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Right. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, but did it though? But did it though? Right? Like technically, it didn't. And I don't need this. Look, I saw his cut of the movie. While I don't think it was good, I think it was better than the theatrical version. But also, like the theatrical version was a monster, right? Like it was piecemeal.
Yeah, it was Frankenstein.
So anybody expecting that to be good was hoping and wishing. And
here's the thing. What was the percentage of people that actually finished his version of it?
It's like 20.
I watched the full movie.
I did.
It was like 30% of the people actually completed the fucking movie, and they were niggas was at home. They didn't pay for it. Like imagine Like, I guess if you went to the theater, like, yeah, you're gonna make yourself finish a 4-hour movie. I'm not sitting in the movie 4 hours in a movie theater for 4 hours to watch that shit. It's not gonna happen. And not enough people
in 4x3.
Yeah.
In like, 4x3 in black and white. Nigga, what?
It's like, yo, I got rid of my 19-inch television fucking 25 years ago. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to watch it in 4x3. Okay, man. I don't understand. And with it's still a WB product, correct?
Yes. And this is
would they even give him the money to do that stupid shit? Would they even do that?
Thank you.
The fuck
it makes
talking
no
about?
sense. This is bullshit. Thank you.
But that's why he's doing this, right? That's why he's putting it out there to get a fervor going, because it worked the last time, right?
No.
They weren't planning on doing the Snyder cut or whatever. They had never planned for that. Yeah. And all of everything just kind of aligned with Max coming out or HBO Max and it was the perfect storm. And now I don't think he can recreate this. I don't think he can manufacture this type of groundswell of support, especially if it is anywhere near James Gunn's Superman. Like James Gunn's Superman is filming now and comes out next year. You think they're gonna put this shit out? What around Oscar season?
I thought he meant it was going to be in the next couple months.
It's that's still too close.
I mean, no, it doesn't make sense regardless. Like, again, that's just a pointless thing to do, but do it as fast as possible if you're going to waste your money again.
Look, I hate to say this. I don't actually. By the way, we were wrong. It's 36% of viewers finished Zack Snyder's Justice League in the first week of its release. 36%, according to Samba TV.
36.
Right? That's not very good, right? For this, it's going to be this amazing movie. That's not very good. But here's the thing that you guys touched on that is absolutely correct. It's owned by Warner Brothers. They are starting a reboot of this universe. Why would we want to remind people of the thing that was grossly panned and like critically and financially did terrible? Why would we remind people of this? There's not that many of you out there who love this shit. I know that you live in what is what could only be described as a circle jerk cult of personality that is Zack Snyder's scrotum. But there's not that many of you. The amount of money that would take for Warner Brothers to put out a film in theaters of this size, right? Because if you're going to do it, it's a movie with Batman in it. They're not going to half-ass it, right? They're going to put real money. What are you talking? Tens of millions of dollars, right? $50 to $100 million for advertising for this, because you're not going to put it out in theaters and not say anything, right? So let's say modestly they spend $50 million on this. They could spend $50 million on making a real movie. Why would they spend $50 million to re-release a movie that a lot of people fucking didn't like? And it's 4 hours. So then that cuts into how many times you can even show it on screens. This doesn't make
that
any
loses
sense.
money for the fucking...
It's a loss for them. It makes no sense. This is a guy... Look, spoiler alert. I'm going to tell you exactly why he's doing this. Because the last movies that he put on Netflix were not popular and they were critically panned. So, they were garbage. So what he's doing is he's trying to gin up the thing that he knows that's reliable. This psycho base that likes this movie. That's it. The desire to be relevant again. That's it. So I'm going to put this out. They're going to scream about it. It goes viral on Twitter, and everybody is talking about it. All the bots are talking about it. That's all it is. Bro, let it go. Your last movies were fucking dog shit. They were dog shit. And I'm damn sure not sitting there. Like, one, I'm never watching that movie again. Not good. Two, I'm not watching it in black and white. Go fuck yourself. Because, by the way, the black and white version is called Justice is Gray. Shut up. Justice League, Justice is Gray. Because, I feel like it's kind of a gray area. They're superheroes, dude. They're not supposed to be gray. It's really kind of black and white, actually. They're the good guys, and then there's the bad guys.
Oh man!
I watched behind the scenes or like spy shots and spy video of James Gunn's Superman being filmed. This nigga has Superman, Guy Gardner, Hawk Girl, and Mr. Terrific. They're like ending some scene and they like walk through a crowd of kids running up to Superman. They're so excited. Gunn in that fucking scene gets Superman better than this nigga did. He does. He does. In a behind the scenes fucking scene, he gets it. He is a fucking hero. He's not to be feared. That's not the point of the character.
You know what Zack Snyder's Superman did? The first bit of super heroics you saw him do in Man of Steel, which is a movie I like, but he was at a bar and some trucker was being a dickhead. So Superman goes and he wraps his truck around a fucking telephone pole.
No.
No, he saved those kids as a kid, right? That was the first thing he did.
Yeah, he did save those kids. I mean,
and they got chastised.
They got chastised.
No, you're remembering that scene in the diner wrong, right? By the way, that's kind of a ripoff of Christopher Reeve's Superman, but which is fine. I don't mind that. But no, he didn't wrap it around a pole. He took 3 telephone poles and shoved it through the.
Oh right,
truck.
yeah.
It was like, okay, this Superman seems a little angry. Like, relax.
Had anger management issues.
Yeah, Christopher Reeve just grabbed the guy and threw him down the bar. Like, that's all. Like, he was on some sick shit. He was just like, just get out of here. Like, that was all he did. But, I mean, look, I like that scene. It's actually kind of funny. But, like, in that one scene, that behind-the-scenes shot, Gunn gets Superman better. It's clear. Like, yeah, dude, kids should be like, holy shit, Superman is awesome. And he's, like, picking him up and, like, walking with him and shit like that. Yeah, because he's not a dick. Like, that's the whole point of the character. Batman's the dick. Like, that's the, like, he's the one who would just, like, mush a kid like Ray Lewis. Like, that's what Batman would do. Or bring him in and have him also, like, be a vigilante, because Batman's a psychopath. So, yeah.
Yeah, he also recruits child soldiers.
Yeah. Batman and the Jedi have a lot of fucking common shit, and it's not cool. It's weird. No, I have to have a kid with me. Why, though? Why? So yeah, no, this is dumb. This is not real. I don't buy it. 1, it would be overly expensive. 2, it would remind fans of the garbage that they put out recently. And 3, it would undercut what they're trying to build now. It makes no sense. Shut up. Go make your other shitty Netflix movies. Doesn't he have another one of these fucking Scargiver movies? Or was that just 2 movies?
It's 2. I'm actually looking at an article now because I wanted to see when those director's cuts were coming out. It's next month,
and they have
they're named something. They have 2 different names. Part 1 is called Chapter 1, Chalice of Blood, and Chapter 2 is called Curse of Forgiveness. So what the fuck did you put out before? Again, what was the first 2 movies for? Or what was the first release of these movies? What was the purpose? Yeah. To put out a PG-13 movie on Netflix?
Why?
Where like parents don't have to take their kids to the fucking movie theater?
Yeah, I mean, 8 billion people saw it. So like it's not like there was some sort of age restriction.
Right. That's just the dumbest thing. It's like Netflix maybe make PG-13 movies. Like, no, they didn't. I don't believe you.
My daughter.
They didn't.
It's called the kids.
Right. It's fucking kid Netflix.
Right. They don't have the Scargiver. Doesn't show up next to My Little Pony. Relax. Just make your fucking movie.
Yeah, they didn't. I still don't believe they told him he had to make a PG-13.
There's no way they said that.
That's a bunch of bullshit. Yeah. He just wanted to put out 4 movies. So
yeah. And so is this. This is nonsense.
He's a liar on top of a fucking lunatic. So,
yeah. Cool. Great. I can't wait to not watch your next movie. Sounds awesome. All right. He's got a variety theater. Shut up. All right, Micah. Next up.
Speaking of movies that you'll probably never watch, a Watch Dogs movie officially begins filming more than a decade after being announced, and the last time that happened was Black Adam, and that was great.
It was an excellent movie, wasn't it? Mm.
Ubisoft is hacking its way into film once again as its Watch Dogs movie has finally started shooting. The game publisher shared the news with a behind-the-scenes picture on Twix. It's a mysterious image that only reveals a clapperboard and an individual who is appropriately sitting at a computer. It is set to be directed by the deep, dark, and meanders. What? All right, I don't know. Matthew Turi. That's how you spell Matthew. Mathie. Mathau.
Mathau Turi. Meanders Mathau Turi.
Like Walter Matthau.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, look, a Watch Dogs movie is happening.
I don't really.
So, Watch Dogs, the game, is set in Chicago. Well, the first one's set in Chicago. The second one is set. Yeah, the second one is set in San Francisco. And it follows the first one follows. What's that guy's name? Aiden Pierce, who is what they call a gray hat, as opposed to a black hat. A black hat is
Justice is gray, Micah. Justice is gray.
A black hat is like an evil hacker, and a white hat is a good hacker. So a gray hat, I am presuming, is an anti-hero hacker, right? Someone who breaks the law for the greater good, I am assuming. And Aiden. And Aiden has a magic phone. He can literally do anything with his phone. He can change traffic signals. He can, raise security bollards in the middle of the street. He can, open people's doors in their houses or some shit just with an iPhone or whatever, right? Like he's got a magic phone. That first one was really it took itself too seriously. And then the second one follows some nigga from San Francisco. I forget his name. He just looks like a Lupe Fiasco type. You know what I mean?
He really does.
Yeah, he looks like a Lupe Fiasco type. And he works with like a team of like teenage hackers, right? Like, I like that game, but I can't take it seriously, right? Like, it doesn't take itself seriously enough, right? The first one takes itself way too seriously. The second one doesn't take itself seriously enough. And I can't take these characters seriously for the same reason that I can't take the characters in Power Book 2 Ghost seriously. Because Michael Rainey is a child, He's a child, and he's talking about like moving weight, like. And his best friend is a white guy who I guess is like the new Tommy or whatever.
His name is Braden. Literally, his name is Braden.
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck, Tommy is a nigga in white man's clothing, and here's Braden next to fucking Ghost Jr. and shit. It's very much the James Bond Jr. of the Power franchise, and I can't deal with it.
That was his uncle. Like, it doesn't make sense. The title.
I've actually watched it. I've watched all 3 seasons. It's my trash TV.
Look,
it's so goddamn entertaining, yo. It's so. How far are you into the season?
I am not.
Will you even watch?
I refuse to watch a movie where Michael Rainey is the star. And I hated that character so much. I'm not going to watch a spinoff of him, especially 3 seasons of it. Now, my wife, on the other hand, is up there every single week. We called Jay because we couldn't get on his Hulu, and she wouldn't leave me alone while I'm trying to watch House of the fucking Dragon. A prestige television show, and she won't leave me alone because Jay's Hulu isn't working. So I had to call this nigga at fucking 10 o'clock at night when I'm getting ready to go to sleep because I got to go to work in the morning, and he's doing tech support so that she can watch fucking Power Book 2 Ghost.
The funny thing is, when you called me, I just assumed that you were trying to watch The Bear. And I was like, oh, you guys are watching The Bear? You're like, no, she's trying to watch Power. I was like, all right. Let me hurry up and get y'all right the fuck off the phone. Like, get out of here.
Yo. Oh, so she's all caught up.
Oh, she is very much caught up.
Nigga, I'm caught up too. Again, this is like, I don't watch reality television because it's all fucking just nonsense to me. Power Book, actually all the Powers, fucking Power Book 2, Power Force with Tommy in it, and Power, the one with 50 Cent when he was a kid. That's the best one, honestly. But there's a scene in, I think, episode 1 where Tariq and Braden like infiltrate us. Like, they have to try to capture this girl because this woman that they're working with has a daughter, and they were trying to kidnap the daughter. So they like infiltrate a fucking airport by themselves, take out like 10 niggas with semi-automatic rifles by themselves. I was like, so they're fucking SWAT members at this point. It's hilarious.
Wow.
Jay, I need you to Google these. I need you to Google Tariq and Braden, yo. I need you to see what these
so funny, dude.
Hardcore gangsters look like, yo. I need you to see it. One of them in the one of them in this first image is literally wearing a fucking backpack, yo. He's a backpacker. He like. I can't.
This is very silly.
It's hilarious. Yo. I'm telling you, so he's literally like James Bond. Like he's gotten out of so many ridiculous situations in the past 4 seasons. It's dumb, but I enjoy the hell out of it. It's so
look
stupid.
At this. There's one shot of them. There's one shot of them in all black, and they got these fucking guns with scopes and shit on them. Like, yo, nigga, you are that's the
episode.
You the son of a drug dealer. You are the pampered son of a drug dealer, nigga. Who cares? What the fuck is going on? And I don't even know Braden's story, but his name is fucking Braden. Get the all right, yo. All right. Look, part of me wants to watch this. Part of me wants to watch it because I had a good time with my wife watching the original Power.
Oh, I see this scene where they got the guns. All right, get the fuck. Okay.
But I can't. But
Are they 12? Are they still in high school or no? They're graduating.
They're in college. Cool. So they still go to college while like pushing weight and like murdering people on the side. You know,
like as you do. As you do.
Right.
You know,
so fucking silly, though.
Like, there's an image I'm seeing of like Tariq, I guess his name is, walking. He's got a suit on and like a long overcoat, and Braden is next to him with a Burberry like sweater vest or like a puffy coat. Like these are the gangsters. Like this nigga's got a Burberry puffy coat on. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah, they're fucking they're Gen Z.
Wow, they're very dapper for murderers. Amazing. All right, cool.
He killed his father, man. He killed his father,
yo. He killed his father, and now he killed Ghost, and now we supposed to be rooting for this nigga for 3 years. What the fuck? Like y'all motherfuckers.
That nigga should have been dead in episode 1.
Like Ghost motherfuckers who love Power. You love Power, but you watching Power Book 2, Ghost, with Ghost's killer on the loose. I ain't never been down with this nigga. Y'all phony. Y'all ain't real fans of Ghost. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Nah, I get it.
I like Force and what the hell is the other one? I can't remember.
Raising Kanan.
That's my favorite one, actually.
That's the
first of all, Kanan. Kanan's mom.
I've seen images of the show, like the cover, and I was like, I feel like I'd be interested in the show. Like, I don't know what the show's about, but this is piquing my interest. I've definitely seen that. So, all right, cool. I'm never gonna watch any of these.
Patina Miller is her name. Look her up.
Yeah, I mean, I can see her face right here. Big fan. Whatever. She does, big fan.
Hey now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Mike, I added a story for your section.
Oh, great. Bob Odenkirk is returning for Nobody Part 2.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I like that
I'm fine with that. I actually really like that movie. That movie, that's like a Father's Day movie, right? That's like a dad. That's
Dad
like
movie, yeah.
Yeah, when
Dad
you become
movie.
a spy and beat people half to death on a bus. You know, classic dad.
Yeah, with your dad, and your black brother, right? Like that's
Right.
that's what happens.
Oh right, fucking what's his name? With,
Yeah, wasn't it like RZA or somebody? You know?
Yeah, it was like super random, super random.
Hey yo, I'm Bobby Doodle. And okay, while plot details for the sequel are being kept under wraps, the original film set it on Hutch Mansell, a seemingly ordinary suburban father who suppresses his past as a deadly government assassin. After a home invasion shakes his family, Dutch's dormant rage and skills resurface, propelling him into violent conflict with a Russian drug lord. Okay. I like Nobody. I'm at that age where it's like, yeah, I like to see older guys kicking ass. Like, I still got it. You know what I mean? I can transpose myself into this old white man with a black brother, and pretend that I'm a badass. When in actuality, Bob Odenkirk's heart would give out if he were doing that. Because he, if I remember correctly, he had missed. He was running he had missed trash day and was running to the goddamn trash truck in the beginning of that movie before we found out he was an assassin and he was out of breath. So yeah, your 61-year-old ass would not make it.
I mean,
but
ironically, like he did have a heart issue like quite recently. Like he did.
Yeah.
Like he
did almost die. But look, I'll watch it. I was pleasantly surprised by that movie. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm here for it. That works for me. Next up in topics, Inside Out 2, first movie of 2024 to hit $1 billion in the box office.
Damn.
Yeah, I think it was like, I want to say it's been like 5 weeks, something like that.
I don't even think it's been out that long. I think that shit's been out for like 2.5, 3 weeks. Like for real.
It came out the last time when I was. It came out when I was in Baltimore, so that was like
that was like 2.5 weeks ago. Like, it wasn't that long ago.
June 14th. June 14th is when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. God damn. So again, it's very, very good. It's excellent, and apparently,
is it woke? Is it woke?
Oh, it's very woke. It's got emotion.
Is it woke?
And it's got a girl. Fucking virgins. No, but I think that's cool. But it looks like there's going to be quite a number of movies that are going to hit pretty big this year. Inside Out 2, obviously. Despicable Me 4, I think is that's likely to hit.
How the hell are those movies? I've never seen a single one of those.
I had neither. I saw part of Despicable Me 3. You know what I will say, because what is that? Illumination? The animation is really fun in those movies. Like, I don't like the Minions. I like that shit gets on my nerves. But like the other aspects of the movie, like my daughter was watching it, I thought it was like pretty cool. Like it looked fun. I didn't sit and watch the movie. But I thought the animation in the last one, I guess it was 3 that I saw. It looked pretty cool. But kids seem to like that franchise a lot. I mean, the Minions franchise is also its own other monster too. But
I've seen the first one. The first one and the second one get a lot of repeat viewings in this house.
Yeah, and
I'm going to take him to see the fourth one, just because like I want to take him to see movies. But you got to balance it. Like, I'm like, I can't watch Despicable Me, but like he really likes the first Iron Man, and that's been getting heavy rotation. So I'm like, all right, well, look, I'll sit here and watch Iron Man with you, but like I can't watch this fucking Despicable Me movie again until like we see the fourth one, and then that's it.
Well, you have to watch Despicable Me 3 first.
No, I'll be fine being lost in the plot.
No, but like you're like as a completionist, you have to watch it.
No, no.
What if you miss something that happens? Yeah, I was like, I don't know any of these characters. Apparently, that's Steve Carell, and Steve Carell has a twin, I think, in the third one, and that was enough. Like, I got it. But yeah, the animation was very fun. I mean, they're the same people who did Super Mario Brothers, I believe. So, but yeah, I think the talk is that Despicable Me 4 is going to do pretty well, and then we'll talk about it. But like Deadpool and Wolverine, they're eyeing. I guess we can just jump into that story. Deadpool and Wolverine are eyeing a $165 million debut at the box office, which is crazy high.
Damn.
So somewhere between 160 and 165. So, the MCU is dead or whatever. So yeah, look, I mean, I think
depends on it. Like it might make that movie, but is the movie going to be good? That's the question.
I mean, I think by all accounts that it's going to. Apparently, there's a shit ton of cameos, and Marvel seems to be pretty happy with it. So we'll see. I don't doubt that it will be good. My question is, will that spur people back into the theaters? Like coming off of X-Men and into this, does that spur people back into the theaters to see these movies? I don't know. It's a good question.
I just don't like the theater going experience. To be perfectly honest with you, I kind of hate it now.
People act like assholes.
Yeah, like people just have no fucking respect for like other people's, time, personal space. Yeah, just
that's why I go to first showing, man.
You know?
I'm one of them fucking people now. I'll go.
If I go at Sunday morning.
Yeah. I can't deal with that shit. Did you know that there has been a first for Marvel Studios? They got their first nomination for a Razzie.
Oh, really? For Captain Marvel?
Yes.
For what movie? For the Marvels?
Would you like to guess? Would you like to guess? Do you think it's the Marvels?
What, is it for a movie?
Wait, do the Razzies for television also? Or?
I don't know, but this is for a movie.
For the movie or actors in it?
What the hell?
Movie.
Yeah.
For movie and worst supporting actor and worst director.
Yeah, I just assume that's all Marvels.
It is not.
I don't know what other fucking movie. I don't know what other fucking Marvel movie came out.
This is your brain trying to protect you
Thor,
from
Love
a
and
really
Thunder.
bad movie. Nope, this is your brain trying to protect you from a really bad movie.
Oh, fuck. No, that's not a Marvel movie. Don't do that, nigga. Stop it.
Ant-Man.
Is it?
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I thought it was. I thought you were about to say, what's the other one? The Spider-Woman movie, Scarlet
Madam
Witch.
Web.
No,
Madam Web.
No.
That's
not even. That's not even on here, by the way.
Wow.
Nah, that's nonsense.
How? That's just stupid. That's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm 43 years old, nigga. I've been watching movies since 1983. Like, what are you talking about?
It's one of, okay. All right, here we go. It's one of the worst movies. It's nominated for worst prequel, remake, ripoff, or sequel. So maybe that's why it's not in this list. Yes. So Ant-Man and the Wasp, Exorcist the Believer, The Expendables, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
That should win.
Exorcist Believer is a bad movie, but I don't think it deserves to be that in the Razzies. It's not good, but goddamn,
Blood hated that movie. I have not even seen that movie, and I can guarantee you that's a piece of dog shit.
Yeah, I can tell that. Ant-Man and the
Wasp. Worst supporting actor for this is Michael Douglas for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Mel Gibson.
Do anything? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I'm not buying that.
For Confidential Informant. Bill Murray for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
I agree with
I would hardly call his role a supporting role.
No, I don't even remember him being in the movie.
But he was bad.
Franco Nero as the Pope in The Pope's Exorcist, and Sylvester Stallone.
No. Pope's Exorcist don't deserve to be there. That shit's hilarious. That movie's very funny.
Was it supposed to be?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Wait, is that the one where Russell Crowe rides around on the little
yes
scooter?
On the Vespa.
That looked good. Get out of here.
Nah, the Pope's Exorcist is a hilarious show. Y'all need to watch that movie. It's very funny. I don't know if it's supposed to be funny or not. I can't tell. Like, I really don't know.
All I know is that he had a Vespa. He went from did he go from Rome to some other
to the countryside?
Yeah, it was like, what are you doing? Doesn't have the power to do.
And worst director for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, The Exorcist Believer, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Expendables 4, and Meg 2: The Trench.
That's a pretty bad movie, yo. That's a pretty bad movie. Look, if Quantumania wins, Kevin Feige, he got to go accept that award. But you got.
Yeah, you got to pull a Halle Berry, man. You got to pull a Halle Berry.
Like, you know what? We don't win them all. Yeah, we don't win them all.
Yeah, man.
I can respect it.
That bad.
It's not bad enough to be on the Razzies list, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's silly. I didn't like it, but it's not that bad.
I would put Thor: Love and Thunder there before I would put.
100%. And the fact that Madam Web is not there is just offensive. Again, Madam Web is one of the worst movies of all time.
Well, I don't think it came out. I don't think when did Madam Web come out? Because this is an old list, but I just saw
February? It. Oh yeah, it does make okay. So Quantumania came out last February.
Yeah, they're front loading that piece of shit for next year.
Because all those movies came out last year. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. All
right. Last but certainly not least, Redbox files for bankruptcy. It is $970 million in debt.
Damn.
So the company hasn't paid its employees in over a week and owes money to almost everyone in Hollywood. The name of the company is Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, which is obnoxious. They informed employees that they are filing late on Friday, writing in an email seen by The Verge that it has filed for a debtor in possession loan. So yeah, they're pretty much done. Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment took on $325 million in debt when it acquired Redbox in 2022, and it has since been sued over a dozen times for unpaid bills. The company recently settled one of those lawsuits with NBC Universal, but promptly missed the first agreed upon payment, leading to the court to order to pay the entire $16 million balance. Altogether, they owed $970 million in debt.
That's $1 billion, y'all. How did this ever work? Niggas were just stealing damn DVDs, weren't they? Or putting they would get the DVD and just put a blank DVD back in the box. Keep that shit. Yeah, why the fuck not? I've never actually used a Redbox.
Never used it
because I'm I don't trust it. Fuck out of here! I might get something and it not be there.
You use cash or something? You don't actually have to use your credit card?
I don't know. I think you go. Yeah, you can use your credit card, but you go to the Redbox to pick a movie. It comes out the little thing, right?
No, but
take it home, watch it.
You wouldn't want to steal it if you use your credit card. Is what I'm saying.
Well, if you put it back with a fucking blank CD in it,
yeah, they'd be like, yo,
no, you take it and then you know.
They don't.
I don't know how they keep track. I don't know how it works. I've never used it. I do know people that have used it have gotten a DVD and it's just nothing in it, or it was just a blank DVD or a wrong DVD. So I was why would I?
Oh, so they don't check the actual red box periodically.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess if you,
I wouldn't.
I just see them I just see them just outside of fucking Wawa's and Red Royal Farms and shit like that. I'm I don't trust it. I never did trust it. Because I'd be pissed if I fucking wanted to rent a movie and it wasn't the right movie, or a game and it wasn't the right game.
No, I would
be very upset. So yeah, I didn't even bother.
Yeah, I've never used it.
That's why it's $1 billion in debt. And who the fuck bought it in 2022? The fuck? Chicken Soup for the Soul. It's terrible business. Yeah, their business acumen is lacking if they thought they were going to make a profit off of that shit.
Yeah, I love how they missed the first agreed upon payment, and the judge was like, "Nah, pay the whole thing now." God,
that's a lot of fucking money, yo. Good Lord,
I'm gonna need my money today. All right.
$1 billion?
It is unfortunate for them. Trailers this week. Long Legs. This is like a thriller, a serial killer thriller, done by Neon. Look, I think this looks pretty good. It says the best since Silence of the Lambs. Relax. We'll see about that, but it looks interesting. I'll give you that. It's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes according to the trailer. So,
We'll just go out next week.
July 20th.
Yeah, this looks interesting. This looks like something I would watch.
I like a good serial killer thriller. Like I'm a big fan of that. I started reading those Alex Cross books for that very reason. So, all right, cool.
Is this is what's his name? Oscar award winning actor Nicolas Cage is in it.
Yeah, the best actor in the world. Yes, this is Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Is he?
Nicolas Cage and Blair Underwood.
Yeah. I guess he's the killer?
Yeah, because
maybe.
Is this dude not? I didn't see this dude in the trailer. Did I miss
I think he was in one scene where you could barely see his face.
Yeah, he the killer.
But he's in it. Yeah, he's in it.
I mean,
is that him? Kind of playing like the pudgy guy?
I'm not sure who he's playing.
No, that's not him. No, that's not him.
All you gotta do is say Nicolas Cage serial killer, and that's all you need to know. The movie's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna eventually see it.
All right, there you go. Long Legs. Next up, Afraid. This is a movie where AI. This is like AI version of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, starring John Cho, and this is a Blumhouse movie. Again, it looks interesting. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna watch this if it's rated R. I'm not gonna watch. This is just Megan, but Alexa. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's done by Blumhouse. I can't imagine this is not rated R.
Megan wasn't.
Oh, really?
Megan was PG-13. Was it? Yeah.
Was it?
The dancing doll? That was
yeah.
Or did they come out with the R-rated version when it came into home?
I think it came back. I think it came out. I think they redid it to make it R-rated. But I swear to God, that movie was PG-13.
That's really weird. That's a really weird fact.
Yeah, much of it came down to the film's rating, while the blood and swearing flow in any Chucky movie. Megan was hindered a bit by its PG-13 boundaries. Yeah, it was PG-13. Now there's an unrated version.
I saw the unrated version. Okay, so I didn't see it in theaters. So I saw the unrated version when it came out on digital. Okay, so that's why I was like, what the hell?
All right. Yeah, okay. I need this to be R-rated, and if it's R-rated, then I'll watch it.
Okay, fair enough.
It looks interesting enough. It also looks like people don't know. It also looks like people don't know shit about AI, and they know that everybody else doesn't know shit about AI.
That is correct. So
it's let's just make a movie about make it something scary that people don't know anything about.
The AI is wilding out. Throw it in the trash. What the fuck? Here's the solution. Throw it away. Put the cameras. All right, take them off the wall and throw them away. So, spoiler alert, I already know what the plot of this movie is. It's very fucking obvious. And if you even have a remotely functioning brain, watch the trailer with a discerning eye for a quarter of a second, and you can figure it out. This is not hard. And I hate movies like that. So next up, Flight Risk. What is more ridiculous? Mark Wahlberg's Southern accent or Idris Elba's Southern accent in Prometheus? I think this is worse.
Considering that, no, Idris Elba's is worse. Considering Mark Wahlberg is putting on an accent purposefully and then trying to trick people. Idris Elba was a Southern space trucker, whatever the fuck was going on in Prometheus. and he had to keep it on for the entire movie, which he failed miserably on several occasions. Idris Elba was worse. I thought you were going to say what was worse, his accent or his hair midway through the trailer.
No,
because that looked fucking ridiculous.
I think his hair looks perfect. Agree to disagree. It's a solid wig.
This movie looks silly as shit. I don't know what the hell's going on with this movie. I had no clue what the hell's happening.
Movie. Mel Gibson directed.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh, they don't really say that though.
Yeah,
they from the director of Apocalypto.
They didn't even say his name. Damn.
Keep that shit on
I didn't even put two and two together. That's right, he did.
Oh shit.
So this movie, for the silliness of all of this movie is going to be incredibly violent for no goddamn reason, because Mel Gibson cannot make a movie that's not incredibly brutal.
I saw Hacksaw Ridge about 2 months ago. Good God, man!
I heard like the
What's
violence in that movie is fucking insane. Getting their faces.
He got a problem.
Off. Yeah. Gee, I wonder what it is.
Well.
I hope you go outside.
Yo, that hairpiece looks fucking god awful, man.
This is some Tyler Perry level bullshit.
It is, man. It is. Like, you could see, like, where the lace is, like, right there. Like, it's very clearly, like, you could see his hair follicles, right? Like, they do a pretty good job of kind of making it look like he's bald. But, like, you could tell an actual bald person from, like, someone who just has their hair shaved. And, like, has his head shaved at 132 in the trailer. But, like, if you look at the hairline, like, it's just like, yo, get that shit off of here, yo. Like just rip it off.
The George, I'm offended as a bald man. This entire thing, they're not respecting my people. Like, we're human beings, for God's sake. Like, he's the George Jefferson shit on the side, right? It's too straight. It's too straight.
Yeah.
Like like
it's like it's like someone tried to shape it up, right? Like
no,
like you don't shape up the horseshoe, yo. Like
look, and I say this with absolute seriousness. This is bald blackface. This is not okay. Like, this is not okay. My people I did not watch my buddies die face down for this. Like, this is ridiculous. He looks silly. Just shave his whole head,
I mean, like bald blackface and this image at 132 have to be like what you promote the show as.
No, this is I have it frozen. I'm gonna screen cap this. Like, yo, this is bald headed blackface. Yo. Like, this is unacceptable. No, he making fun of us. Yo, fuck him. All right. Last but certainly not least, Hellboy: The Crooked Man gets its first trailer. This is actually this is being worked on by the actual original writer for Hellboy, Mike Mignola. So he's actually I think he actually wrote the movie as well, or is like deeply involved in the adaptation. Look, I know people love those first two movies. I do too. I think they're really fun. But I am very interested in seeing a story that seems to be more tightly tied to the actual lore of the comic. I think this looks perfectly fine. It does feel like it should be a series, though. It doesn't feel like it should be a movie. And I think maybe that's what they probably should have gone with.
I don't know if I've seen any Hellboy in this entirety.
The first one is great. I would say the first one's great. The second one is good. The third one with that sort of reboot was really bad, like real bad. I saw it in theaters. So, see the first two. First two are fun. Ron Jeremy fucking rocks the first two. He's really, really good.
Ron Jeremy, nigga?
Oh, excuse me. What is it?
Ron Perlman.
You know what? I'll watch a reboot with Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy? I couldn't wait. It took me a second to remember who the fuck Ron Jeremy is.
Yeah. A sexual predator.
Is this 1985? What are you talking?
I think, is he in jail now? I think he's in jail.
He might be. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like a sexual
Jeremy.
predator.
Wow.
It's weird. What do you guys think of the design of Hellboy? Do you like the design?
It looked like Hellboy to me. I don't know.
I think
he looked younger.
I think for the first time, he actually looks like a Mike Mignola. It looks like the artwork from the original Hellboy, right? Like Ron Perlman was like in a padded suit and kind of jacked, right? Like no, this guy looks like Hellboy isn't supposed to be like a fucking bodybuilder, right? Like he just looks like he has very like low hanging shoulders, you know what I mean? And this looks he doesn't have traps and delts or whatever the fuck they're called, right? And this actually looks like closer to the original Hellboy drawings to me.
It'll be interesting to see if like this actually does well, and I don't think it will because I think people are wanting dealt Hellboy, and I don't think you're getting that.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, I don't know what it is, but this, like, Hellboy looks like he fits into this world better.
He looks less cartoonish, is what it really is.
Yeah, that's it. He looks less
more grounded.
The colors are muted, right? Like,
yeah.
If you look at a Mike Mignola comic book, like, it's not bright colors. Like, it's damn near black and white, to be honest. So, I'm willing to give this a chance. I hope that it's good, and I hope that people end up liking it. But I feel like this feels like a Judge Dredd situation where the previous ones got like you got two again good to great ones, and because they were done by Del Toro, so like shocking news. And then the third reboot or the second reboot or the first reboot was bad, and I think people are like, nah, fuck that. The originals are the only ones that are good, and now you're rebooting it again. I don't think people are just going to generally even give it a chance. Just like Dredd was so bad that they didn't even give the second movie a chance, and then people saw it and they were like, oh, it's actually pretty good, and then it was too late. So, but I hope I'm wrong. I would love for this to do well, but it feels like this probably should be a series. I'm actually surprised they didn't go that route. But maybe the costuming is too expensive or something. I don't know. But it when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know if I need another. When I first saw that this was announced and like a new trailer was up, before I saw the trailer, I was like, I don't know if I need another bite at this apple, right? Like we did it a couple times. The first one was better than the second. The first Ron Jeremy movie was better than the second one. A huge penis for a hand.
Yeah, his penis is the actual brick, not his fucking arm, right?
The right dick of
right. And
also a good show title, but go ahead.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, can he get that on there? Did he get that on there?
I feel like you can. Dick's a name.
But that Stranger Things guy, his Hellboy.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. It didn't. I didn't think I needed it. 2, it didn't look good. 3, apparently it wasn't good.
It wasn't.
So yeah, his Hellboy just looks.
He was like a floating turd fart. It was weird. It was super weird.
His Hellboy looks fucking weird, man. Like
dirty.
Yeah, he looked like Florida Hellboy. You know what I mean? Like
that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. Like,
you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, like
yeah, like no, I got it. Florida Hellboy. No,
there's just too much going on with his face, yo. Like it's just like all right,
it's all problematic, all of it.
Yeah. So, yeah, but hey, look, this one actually looks pretty good. And you're right. People probably won't be into it. Because the trailer just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's like producing it or like who's putting it out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Should Catch Up Entertainment or some shit like that. I don't know who the fuck they are. Who's Catch Up Entertainment?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like what?
And I don't think people know who Jack Casey is either. I don't know that name.
I don't know.
I'm Googling him now, but I have no idea.
You know what though? That's perfect. That's perfect for me, right? For a character like Hellboy,
it should be.
It should be an unknown actor playing a little known character. He still has the luxury of being able to make this thing his own.
Right.
I know everybody loves the Ron Perlman movie, but that in between with the Stranger Things guy, David Harbour, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he was not well received enough to the point that like if another guy comes in, he can kind of like brush off the stank of David Harbour's Hellboy and just kind of make this thing his own.
Now, here's the thing. I don't know what the budget is for this. If they keep the budget low and it does, like, it is going to have a problem with people going to see it in theaters, right? Because it's suffering the dread sort of situation. But if the budget is low enough and it clears enough money at the theater, just enough, and it gets like a decent word of mouth, but it does really good on streaming, that's where you could be like, oh shit, this is actually really good. You can either turn it into a series, get picked up on Amazon or something, turn it into a series, or make another movie because it's like, oh, there's actually a big kind of groundswell, like this is actually good. Because if they stick to the horror side, horror movies don't have huge budgets. And so you could really maybe impress some horror fans who like are actually kind of into it. Like I'm sure there's plenty of horror fan comic book crossover shit. So fan base. So why not? I think that could totally.
This budget, it doesn't look like this budget doesn't look like it's a very large budget. Considering like looking at this trailer, it doesn't seem like the budget is very large. So.
No, I wouldn't imagine it is. It's like the movie we talked about earlier. It's just like a couple niggas walking around the woods.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with that. All right, so that is it for us. We don't have any other trailers. We will see. I know it's a slightly shorter show this week, but we will see you guys next week.
See you.